like a barrel. Maddie, Sugar D. Paulie. Whoa! Another little shout out to our friend, the mighty Steve Cropper. Friends, it's been a week here. We had Steve Cropper pass away, 84. And we had, of course, Phil Upchurch as well, another stoic guitar titan, unsung individual, but on many, many records and a titan of guitar. And I posted a cool video of a delightful performance of Phil Upchurch playing this song called Love and Peace with Booker T and the MGs with Steve Cropper, and I posted that to my Inner Googles. Inner Googles! And it was good, clean fun. I got a question out there. Let's see, we got, hi Greg, question. I have a little heat and the Koch Nest Monster. Where do you suggest the little heat goes in the chain at the very start or after the gain stages of the Koch? I would say in the begins. You could put it in the begins. You might try going through the effects loop as well with that rascal and see what happens. I think that might work too. You could start it at the beginning because then it would be ahead of the signal chain. I don't know quite where it would go. I think it would go before the delays if you put it through the effects loop, but I'm not 100% sure, but I would try it and see what you got. So you either do it ahead, the begins, or put it through the effects loop. If you put it at the end, then it'll distort the modulation effects and the delays, and you probably don't want that, unless you want that. But that's what I would do. Can you dig it? Friends, you know what I did for the fun of it is I deployed a bunch of my S-style guitars. Not all of them, but a few of them. And I thought it'd be fun to just kind of go through them and just check out the different sounds. Now, of course, these Reverend Gristle STs, which are new, by the way, all I'm going to say is that for you Gristle insiders, I'm going to say that, well, actually, officially, the Gristle insider is someone that belongs to the Patreon. I shouldn't say that, but I'm going to say you, of you people who follow the Gristle gang, if you will, there is going to be available on my website some of these green guitars very, very soon, before the holidays. And they will be guitars of which I will play. I'll do a video of each one. I'm going to sign them. I'm probably going to include some Gristle picks and maybe a doggone Gristle Capo and sign it up for you. And so it's going to be a special deal through my site. So stay tuned for that, you all, especially these green ones. I think the green ones are cool as hell. The problem is that dealers are like, oh, I'm scared of green guitars. Like, how many times have I played this on videos? And Tom Bukovac has played his on videos. People are like, oh, my God, I love that green. Where do I get one? Well, the answer to that is nowhere because no one has stocked them. So I was like, well, they can all pound sand. I'll sell them through my website. And so I made sure it was cool with the powers that be, and away we go. Can you dig it? Gristle gangsters, I like that kind of talk. Anyways, folks, I'm going through, as an amp right behind my head is that Tone King Royalist. And I'm on the 6.7 setting, 67, and I've got the, I never learned the dB percentage of how many I'm clicked back, other than it's 3 click back from maximum attenuation. But I have the volume up on about 3/4 of the way up, so it's those power amp tubes are roaring. But what's great about that, since it is power amp distortion, I turn down the volume of the guitar. Cleans up pretty nice. Now, I do have a little bit of delay on, and with the Koch Nest Monster, because I am using gain from the amp, there's no effects loop on the amplifier, which I actually don't mind because I'm not a big fan of effects loops, only because it's more chords and more work to make it happen. So what I do is I make sure that those delays, I do have to set them differently. Obviously, if I'm running the amp clean and then using pedals for gain, I run my amps, my level of my effects differently, especially more particularly the delays. But when I'm using the gain on the amp, I barely have the delays on so that they don't distort. But it's just nice little. So I've got the slap back on like this. And I got this one that's a little bit longer. Someone asked where that flutters up. One of the great things about the Gristle ST is that it has this Wilkinson system on it. So the bridge floats, so I can get the pitch to go up if I want. I can also just use my palm on the bridge, which I do a lot to get a nice little... But the actual flutters, I'm picking up the whammy bar, and you can hear the springs in the back fluttering. Actually sounds like from Star Trek when they're in sick bay. Bones. Right? Star Trek, you know what? When you make references like that and people don't know what the hell you're saying, you feel like you're 1,000 years old. But something tells me that people tuning in are most likely going to understand that sound from Star Trek. Anyway. He's dead, Jim. Exactly. He's dead, Jim. Bones! Con, you bloodsucker! Sorry, I lost control there for a minute. Random Star Trek quotes, ladies and gentlemen. Miramani! Oh, that's another one. Sorry, I lost control there. Anyway, so you just kind of hit a note, and as you pick the note, you actually lift up on the whammer. Kind of cool to kind of bend a note. That's a cool one too. So I'm just lifting it up like this, just giving a little flick. Another thing you can do is kind of put the whammy bar backwards like this and go. Anyway, so the B string did go out a little bit. So, but other than that, it isn't tuned pretty doggone well, I have to say. The tremolo on this thing is about as good as it gets. So what I like about this is that the Carina body is a little warmer than a regular. It's just got a darker sound to it. But you still get the maple neck to get that snap. Anyways, I also, just before I forget, when I was doing that opening thing, this is kind of a cool way of playing Green Onions. Green Onions is obviously an F. But I like to do it in G. And I always did my version where I do this thing where I go. So I'm harmonizing that. So I go. So when I'm doing that kind of a triple stop, so I got the pick on the E string, I'm using my middle finger on the D string, open D string, third finger on an open G string. Then I'm going here, that B flat power chord, and then I'm going just that root and third and C. But I'm also hitting that open G note, so it's good. Then you can use a little palm action on that bridge to get a little more set. that's kind of fun. I'm taking that D7 sharp 9, and I'm bending up that minor third to the major third. And then down in C, it really rubs. Idea. Am I right or am I right? So again, these green ones are going to be available on the website at some point in the not too distant future. So if you've wanted to get yourself a green Gristle ST, we're going to have a special deal where I'm going to be playing them, do a little video on each one of them. I'm going to be signing them up, and I'm going to include some Gristle pics and a doggone one of these. Oh. Someone was saying the other day, wanted me to comment on, because some people think capos are cheating, and you know what? I don't listen to people anyway. I never was a good listener. Actually, my dad used to say, Greg, you listen, but then you do as you damn well please. I'm like, yeah, someone like someone else I know. So if we pop this rascal on, you can get just cool sounds. You know what I mean? I like to pop it on just behind the fret like an A there. Pretty cool. Pop that rascal on, take it off there. Someone asking if all I'm using is delay. That is a fact. I'm going straight into the amp. Sometimes I will hit the clean boost on the Gristle King when I'm in this mode where I'm using the gain from the amp. And that sounds something like this here. I can also grab this button here and pop this up. That's the second voice, which makes it even fatter and hotter. someone asked if this comes with locking tuners. It certainly does. They are locking tuners, locking tuners. They are so good. It also comes with this ability to blend the neck and the middle, the neck and the bridge together. Blend knob's pretty cool, right? All right, now let's check this out. So the same guitar, but a different color. So the pickups are exactly the same. So you know that the pickups are not going to be any different. So it's purely the wood. Purely the wood. Purely the wood. That sounded inappropriate. It's not. Again, let me just turn this rascal up a bit. It's been sitting for a second. This one. Someone's asking about the version of Love and Peace. Yeah, that voicing of the A and the B together. Well, there's a couple different. I'll play a little bit of that for you. I posted a thing on my Patreon today. By the way, if you don't belong to the Patreon, you should. I give all kinds of little in-depth things of whatever is going on in my gristleized brain that particular day. And it's just patreon.com / I think it's Greg Koch Official, right? I think, or maybe it's Greg Koch Music. Anyway, so if I think on the video I like to use, here, check this out. There it is, the Koch Master Supreme. So when I was hitting that clean boost on the Gristle King before, I was hitting that. Turn the volume down on the guitar. So this is the longer today. That's just a slapback. Here's the longer one. I keep them both on. I like to use the waterfall chorus as a vibrato. When precisely am I unloading the greenies? Well, hopefully I will have them on the website by next week. But no, right now this is the neck pickup. Anyway, somebody's asking about this arrangement of this tune called Love and Peace that I did today. And I first heard, if you're wondering what these inlays are, there's a guy in Germany, his company's called Fret Look. And he made beanie inlays for me, which I have for sale, actually, but I bring those out on gigs. If you want them, you can come see me. But they're basically really cool stickers that just adhere to the neck. And this one just says Gristle Flow on it. I thought, you know what, okay. But it's kind of cool. Anyway, so this tune, Love and Peace, goes... Then I did this chord right here. So So this is it's like an A9, but it's actually like A add 9, I guess, because there's no flat 7. So kind of a stretch from hell. And then to the A over B. Back to the E. So. So. And then G13, F13, or F sharp 13, F13, E, G13, F sharp 13, and then A over B, and then back to. It's a good little rascal. Can you dig it? Koch Dance Monster right here. Matt, Matty K is on the case, my man. How did you improve your left hand? How to equally press the frets with all your fingers? You know what? I don't. I only use the amount of pressure necessary at the exact moment of note burstage. So I have a pretty loose grip. I don't really press that hard with my left hand. Anyone? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I played a little thrill blues last night with a few beers, and I said the B word over the mic. Oh, stand clear. I walked into something there. Love your song, Sweet Tea. What was the inspiration for that one? That's a good question. I'm a big fan of the late, great Cornell Dupree, and he had a cool song called Blues Nocturne. It was like... And then... Anyway, so the melody was kind of with sixths. And so I had a thought of an idea for a blues tune, and it's in B, or it's in C. And I started with that, bending that C chord. So the melody's on with those six. Now that part, so it goes to the 5 chord up to the F. The differentiated from regular blues, it goes F, E flat, D, D flat, C. So all that stuff, it's really cool that you can get all kinds of effects just by flicking around the toggle switch. But all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, that was someone wanted to know a little bit about that tune, Sweet Tea. Mr. G-string went for a wander. Okay, so we've tried 2 of these Gristle ST. And of course, they come loaded with my Fishman pickups that I did with them, my signature single width. They're basically Strat pickups, but they're a little different. We voiced them a little differently. Let's go now to this is a Japanese Strat that I bought. I bought it over at my buddy's place at Cream City Music here in beautiful Brookfield, Wisconsin. And I went in and there was a used Japanese, it's called a JV modified 60s Strat. And I liked it because it looks like Jimmy's Strat. And it's a 4-bolt neck adjoinment and a single string tree, so it is more like Jimmy's guitar. And then I popped you can get loaded pick guards with my pickups in them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug this rascal in. So here it is. The guitar itself was $800 or something like that. Maybe I think I maybe played less than that for. And I popped the pickups in. So these are the whole pickup configuration comes as is. Now you can get an additional. It comes with you can do like a 9-volt battery thing with the pickguard. But you can also get what the other guitars have, which is the battery option. And there's a little input right there, a mini USB input. And for an hour and a half charge, you get hundreds of hours of pure tuning satisfaction. It's a brighter sounding guitar. Pretty cool. Sounds good. Sounds pretty good. Can you dig that kind of activity? So again, these are the Fishman pickups of mine, but on this Japaneser modified 60s Strat. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Someone's asking about a reverse headstock available on the Reverend. It is not at present. Although that might be kind of a cool thing to do on down the line. That'd be kind of fun. I like that kind of talk, ladies and gentlemen. Now for kicks and gigs, let's hear what my 1974 Strat, which is a stock instrument, except the fact that I did put a 5-way toggle switch in it. Let's see what that sounds like in comparison. Look at this beast. I got this during the lofty days of the COVID-19 pandemic. That sounds damn good. There's no two ways about it. I got this guitar also at my buddy's place, Cream City Music in Brookfield, Wisconsin. During COVID-19, I went in between, I think it was my birthday. I bought it about, how many years ago? 5 years ago now. And yes, it does clean up nicely, Christopher, because the I'm using power. The power amp is cranked, so that allows things to clean up pretty nicely without doing that resistor cap mod. So right now, all I have on is I got the clean boost on the Gristle King. Here's what it sounds without it. Yeah, it does have the small frets on it in the old school radius, but you know what? It works. What I have noticed about when you don't swap out the middle pickup for a reversed wound one, that's what most people do. They put a reverse wound middle pickup in there, so then when they go to the 2 and 4 position, it at least is hum canceling. But I find that the 2 and the 4 are just a skosh brighter as a result of not swapping it out. Well, somebody's asking about swapping out. So a lot of times on modern Strats, the middle pickup will be reversed wound so that when you go to the 2 and 4 position, it hum cancels, so there's no hum. But these old school Strats, the middle pickup was not reverse wound, and as a result, when you go to those 2 and 4 positions, it's going to buzz if the room buzzes, right? But it is brighter sounding. You get the idea. All right. get the idea. It sounds good. Can you dig it? Again, turn the volume down, it cleans up. So go. Someone asked for a little Jerry Reed. So there was a little Jerry Reed. Play some Creed. Let me take you higher. Creed, 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 Creed. All right, so we heard this glorious instrument. Now for kicks and gigs. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. Boy, time just flies when we're rocking out. So we've heard two different Gristle STs. We've heard Japanese Strat with my pickups on it. We've heard that 74 stock Strat. Now let's hear, this is a 90s Clapton Strat with that Clapton preamp in it. And let's see what that sounds like. I was making, the wiring makes a little bit of noise on this one. I think I got it bugged out, but we'll see. It's pretty fat. Then if I add the preamp in, it really gets fat. The thing is about the preamp is that if you go on the bridge pickup and add that preamp, it gets pretty fat with it, but still has some slice. But he so seldom does that. Clapton I did play Layla. There we go. Something like that. It's in that key. No, I can't remember. Yeah, it does have a soft V on it. All right. Pretty wild. Now for shits and gigs, I'm going to plug in this Wildwood 10 Strat that has the first iteration of the Fishman pickups on it. This is a 57 Wildwood 10. And a Wildwood 10 means it's 10-inch radius, 6105 frets, quarter sawn neck. It usually has certain pickups on it. Oh. Ah. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, you know, it's almost, I think it's after hours. Thanks so much for tuning in. Boy, these hours go by fast. That was fun just kind of messing around with these different strats, hearing the different sounds. And yeah, you know, it's very interesting when you play an amp like I've got the Tone King right now, where you've got the power amp cranked and you're able to lower the volume with the attenuator. And then you can use the volume control on the guitar and go from really kind of convincing cleans with just a little bit of hair on it to Fat City. And then I use my clean boost on my Koch Monster. And then also the boost factor on my pickups that I have. And you get some sweet, sweet heat. Can you dig it? Here's that Koch Monster. Behold its power. Unlimited power. That's, I had the unit vibe there. I got this one for the... This one's one. Different flavors of sound. Can you dig it, ladies and germs? Thanks so much for tuning in. I won't see you on Monday. I'll be down in Nashville doing some stuff through the week. But we're aiming for next Friday to have another Toby marathon. So Toby will be here. We are also going to do another live workshop on that Sunday. For those who attended before, you know what's in store. We're going to play some tunes. We're going to talk about techniques. We're going to compose a thing on the spot, answer questions, so on and so forth. That link is Dylan's working on as we speak. So that weekend portends to be great excitement. There's going to be a live stream a week from today's Friday, right? Shit. Yes. Next week, Friday, Toby will be down with Dylan and I. And then that Sunday, there's going to be a workshop, and we'll be posting the links to that as they come. Can you dig it? Thank you, folks, so much for tuning in. Thank you, Maddie K. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks all the Gristle gang for kicking it old school. We will play a replay on Monday, and we appreciate you tuning in, y'all.